Hello and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through. Let's go ahead and come on up to our feet. All right, we're going to start with our spinal cord breathing. You'll set your feet just underneath the hips. Take a nice deep breath in. Circle your arms around, forearms together, palms together. And then you're going to exhale, tuck down and in, chin towards the chest. We're going to go about 5 cycles here. On the inhale, you're going to lift. Breathe in, expand through the rib cage, divide the arms, engage the glutes as you turn the chest up towards the ceiling or sky. Pause the top of your breath, and then exhale. Tuck it all down and in, pulling your hips under, pull your belly button in, chin down to the chest. 3 to 4 more on your own. Lengthening here, bring yourself into presence. Try to take just a little bit longer breaths than you normally would. Remembering to pause at the top and the bottom of each breath. Curling in, tucking in like a ball, chin towards the chest on the exhale. Let's take it through one more. Expand, lifting up out of the hips. And final exhale. On that last exhale, go ahead and bring those arms down the side. Start to walk your feet out. We're just going to give a little nice side shuffle arm swing here. Start to get some blood flow, lateral work, and you're going to rotate your arms back. So palms rotate forward, shoulders back and down. All right, fantastic. From there, go ahead and keep your feet about hip width apart. Take the arms up to overhead. Interlace the fingers, reaching up. Root down to those legs. We're going to make our little snow globe pattern here. Circling around, reaching for the ground. Engage those glutes as you reach up to overhead. 2 to 3 each way. Slightly lengthen. Slight bend in the knees. Beautiful. One more. When you're ready, switch directions, same thing other way. Circling down and through, over and around. Keep kind of connecting to your breathing as you move here. One more. Very nice. Go ahead and release those arms down. Walk the feet in just a bit. We're going to work a little bit of balance and wake up the ankle. So lifting up, shoulders back and down. Come onto one foot. Circle that ankle around. Very good. Trying to stabilize through the hips. Switch directions of that circle of the ankle. Fantastic. Set that foot down. Same thing other side. Lifting up and finding that center point. Good. About 5 one way and then switch it up. Lifting the toes up and down as you move through the ankle. Very nice. From there, nice wide base stance, Cossack, inner thigh stretch. Root down into those legs, reaching those arms out, taking into a side lunge. Keeping your feet firmly planted, knee drives wide. Try to keep that shin nice and vertical as you push that knee out. Very good. From one side to the other. Driving through that foot, pulling up in between. There you go. Reaching those arms out as a little counterbalance. Good. Let's get between 2 and 3 on each side. Very nice. All right, maybe one more. It's a little bit shorter. Reach. Even yourself out on both sides. When you're ready, walking those feet back in. We're gonna go back to a little bit of balance, this time with the quad stretch. Lifting up, grabbing on, grab that foot. And here we go. We'll hold about 20 seconds. You can either hold the foot with both hands or you can use your non-stretching hand to reach out. Recommend holding on to the foot with the same side hand, then you'll have less of a twist through the knee. 2, 1, and release. Good job. Same thing other side. Place it down, lift up, find your balance. Wonderful. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. Stay nice and level. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shake that out. All right, from here, feel free to kind of just move through the hips a little bit as we wake up the upper body, rotating through the wrist. Switch directions, rotate the other way. And however you want to move your body, what feels natural, what are your hips asking for? There you go. Just kind of be a little free flow with it. And then through the elbows, working out those elbows, inward circles. Good, then we'll reverse, swing outwards. Fantastic. We get a couple clicks and pops in there. And then for the shoulders, we're gonna pretend we're kind of like swimming through the water. We're gonna take a nice circular pattern, trying to get that elbow up, and just imagine like a front crawl or a front stroke rotating through. Allowing your torso and hips to move a little bit with it. And then when you're ready, we'll just go into that back stroke, one arm at a time. We're circling back. Think about spreading through the hand as well, from thumb to the little pinky finger. Spread nice and wide, open up that palm. Wonderful, couple more. Beautiful, all right, walk those feet in, midline nice and strong. We're gonna do a couple movements here. You're gonna hinge forward, bowing down, reaching for the toes. Touch the hips, reach up to overhead, engage those glutes, peer up to overhead. Let's get about 5 or so of those. Toes, hips, and reach to overhead. Very nice. Engage those glutes as you reach high. Couple more. And rest. Very good. From there, let's get a little more blood flow, either some step jacks or some jump jacks. Get that heart rate up a little bit higher. Wonderful. Good, either a march or a running high knee, however you want to do it. You can add a little skip to it if you'd like. And let's go ahead and add that cross-body punch with the upper body. Nice. Good, you're gonna go a little bit faster. 10 more seconds here. 2, 1, and rest. From here, we're gonna take a little side step. Just a little side shuffle, arms out to the side, step and slide, step and slide. We'll have some lateral work later in the hour. Good. 3 to 5 steps one way, 3 to 5 steps back, just depending upon your space. Awesome. Meet me back in the center. And we're gonna take that, again, kind of a primer for later in the hour, into a cross crawl. So you can go straight arms, straight legs, or you can advance that into bent arm, bent knee. Good, breathe here. Beautiful, 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab a little drink of water and then meet me down on the floor. I didn't bring any bands for the glute bridge for myself today, but if you want to use some bands, we're going to be doing push-ups, glute bridge, option of 2 legs or single leg. And then a little bit of some mobility work in between sets. So as you are getting in position on the ground, go ahead and come onto your knees. You know, with the push-ups, we're not going to do normal push-ups, but we're going to kind of warm up with, I would call them like T push-ups. So nice wide handprint, midline nice and strong. On your knees or on your toes, you want to come down, ideally all the way to the chest. Come up on the knees if you need. And then with the feet a little bit wider than normal, you're going to lift up out of that shoulder and rotate, peering up towards the hand. You come back down, come back up, and then same thing other side. So if you've already started, go ahead and continue. We're gonna go another 45 seconds from here. Don't feel like you have to work the whole time. Come down anytime you need. Nice and smooth. And if anything's going on that you don't feel comfortable to go all the way onto that single arm support, you can go either like a shoulder tap as a replacement exercise, substitute exercise, or just kind of shifting side to side with or without the push-up. Otherwise, 15 more seconds, up and around, all the way down, and rotate. Nice. See those elbows positioning, bringing them back and down. Finish that rep, even out each side. And when you're ready, we're gonna roll over onto our back for a first set of glute bridges. All right, as you come onto your back, pay attention to how your shoulder blades are set underneath you. So kind of lift your torso, roll those shoulder blades back and down. And I'm gonna recommend starting with a double leg glute bridge. This is our first of 3 rounds. So you can always progress to the single leg later. Chin in, driving up. And on those later rounds, we're gonna be doing that single leg glute bridge march. So you'll hold the bridge the whole time, and then the option to lift one leg up and down. Otherwise, another 20 seconds here as you get a little bit warmer, a little bit higher at the hips, pulling the chin into the chest. Totally okay if you don't have that band, neither do I. Just imagine you're kind of pushing out against something. Think about bracing all the way through the midline. 1 more, and 2, 1, and rest. All right, a little bit of mobility here. We're just gonna start with the low back, double knee to chest, rock yourself side to side. Just a short little stretch break, and then we're gonna roll back over, get into those push-ups again. Knees up and together, 2 knee twists. If the double knee to chest felt fine. A little bit more progress there, a little bit deeper into the twist. Turn the head, look over that opposite shoulder. Do 1 more each side. 30 seconds till we're back to our push-ups. So once you finish that 2 knee twist, feel free to make your way back over. If you want to grab a little drink, maybe take a moment, pop into child's position for a breath or 2. Otherwise, we're back to those push-ups in 15 seconds. Here come the landscapers. Just if anyone here can let me know if you can't hear me. Nice wide handprint. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Controlling down, ideally chest to the deck, lifting up and rotate through. Good. And Jean, try to reach your arm kind of like straight up. So imagine like one hand is stacked right over the other hand. You want to make like a straight line from hand to hand. Nice. There you go. Lift, rotate, and your head follows your hand. That's our 30-second mark. Got 1 more on each side. We're going for about 45. When you finish that last rep, 3, 2, 1, swinging it back around. Round 2 of glute bridges. And depending upon your strength in your hips, making sure that you don't have any kind of low back irritation. If you do, stick on double legs. If you want to progress that march, come on up whenever you're ready. You'll hold the bridge throughout, drive through one heel, lift the knee up. You can extend the leg if you want, or just drive that knee straight up, however you'd like to do it. Our whole focus here, I'm also pushing my hands into the floor, kind of like driving the forearms and the back of the arms down to help support that bridge. Good. So lengthening through that low back. Nice. Hips just a little higher if you can, Kathy. Really push through that heel. There you go, perfect. And Sharon, each time you come down, hips back up and then lift the leg. So holding that nice solid bridge. 2, 1, and rest. All right, if you want to stretch on the low back, otherwise I'm going to recommend coming on over to all fours and taking a moment to open up that mid back before our 3rd and final round. So I'm gonna go a little child's position, palms down, reaching out, dropping that head down. Trying to breathe in the nose, out the mouth. Just nice and gentle out the mouth. On that exhale, sinking just a little bit lower. Very good. Feel free to come on up, shake out those arms. We're gonna get started with our 3rd and final round here in 10 seconds. All right, holding strong for those push-ups. Nice wide handprint. Grip those finger pads down. 2, 1, and here we go. Elbows in as you lower. Not allowing those shoulders to sink forward. Nice, good. Control down. You can come up on the knees and then come to the toes as needed. or as recommended. It's hard to do that rotation off the knees. Good. Stay tight. And try to move your body like a nice rigid board, nice and controlled. Roll down, driving up, and lift and pivot. Wonderful. That's 30 seconds. 15 more. Good. There you go. Nice, Kathy. Up, push, rotate, and when you're finished there, everybody rest. Flipping it over. Final time with the glute bridge. I'm going to be sticking with that glute bridge march. Feel free to go back to the regular. 2, 1, and begin. Pushing through those heels, bracing through the upper body. Nice. Nice and patient. Keeping that solid bridge activation throughout. Wonderful. 30 seconds in. Very good. And 2, 1. And everybody go ahead and rest down. Very nice. Go ahead and lower those hips back to the floor. We're going to extend the left leg straight out, pull the right knee towards the right shoulder, and give those ankles a little rotations. We did it standing, but it doesn't hurt to do it again. When you go to switch directions of the ankle, I want you to first pull that right knee across the body towards the left, get a little bit more of a glute stretch into it, and then you can turn the ankle the other way. Lift it up, point it down. Very good. Switch legs. Right leg goes straight, left leg comes up. Release those hands right in front of the knee and turn them around. Turning the ankle in one direction, shifting that stretch a little bit to where you're going to pull the left knee towards the right shoulder, and then looking to roll the ankle the other way. All right, fantastic. Release there. We're going to do one more stretch here. Figure 4, right foot on the left thigh. Hug that leg in. When we come up again, we're going to be doing either some single leg balance if you want to practice your stability work, or if you're good to do a single leg deadlift, that's what we'll be working on today. Single leg deadlifts with some dips or tricep overhead extensions with the dumbbell in between legs rather. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and switch legs. Same thing, other side. Cross it over, hug it in. Hold about 20 seconds here. Let's go 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, gradually release that. Roll over onto your stomach. We're kind of inchworm our way up, taking a moment in down dog on our way. Turn those toes under, drive those hips high, nice and long here through the back side of the body, opening the mid-back. And then give those calves some loves before we hop up to our feet. Lower one heel down and then the other. Get a nice stretch on the calves. All right, fantastic. Feel free to push your hands towards your feet, bring your feet towards the hands, make your way on up. All right. Grab a little drink of water. We're gonna do a couple toe touches before we jump into it. All right, so if you standing nice and tall, feet just in front of the hips, pull the chin to the chest and just slide the hands down the legs. Kind of see where that range of motion is. Check in with the back side of your body. If you have trouble touching your toes or reaching towards the ground, I definitely recommend shortening your range of motion on the deadlifts. You may not quite have that flexibility to go all the way to the floor just yet. So keep working that flexibility. Feel free to reach out to me. We can talk about it individually if that's something you need to work on. From there, once you come up from that, we're going to take your left foot, cross in front of your right, and then just do a little toe touch from there. The legs crossed over, reaching down. Just holding for about 2 breaths here, breathing, kind of feeling that stretch in the outer side of the hip. When you're ready, you'll come on up, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Uncross that side, cross over the other, and forward fold. And up from there. Fantastic. From here, interlace the hands, that behind the back stretch. Go ahead and move into that. And I'm going to kind of get us ready. I'm going to be demonstrating the dips off the bench here. We're going to be going for upwards of 45 seconds. So I am going to include that glute bridge. If you don't have a space to dip or don't feel comfortable to dip, I recommend subbing a dumbbell overhead tricep extension. So I'm just going to show that for a moment here and hold that overhead. Make sure I'm not arching the back, bend the elbows and extend. So this would be the sub for the dip. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to be doing one leg, then the dip, then the other leg. We'll have a little short stretch break in between. We'll do it 3 times through. We're going to start in 15 seconds. You can hold weight or not. If you're starting on your right leg, I recommend holding the weight in the left arm and vice versa. I am going to go without weight on this first round. All right, pick the foot you want to start with. Standing nice and tall. And 2, 1, when you're ready. Long spine here, bowing forward, reaching for the ground. The goal is for that back thigh to basically be parallel, staying level with your torso. So you're engaging that glute as you forward fold. Good. Nice and focused, reaching down and stand. Every time you stand up before you go into that next rep, think about lifting up out of your hip. You don't want to just drop into that hip. You want to use all those stabilizer muscles. Forward and up. That's 30 seconds if anybody wants to pause there. Otherwise, good focus. Keeping that back foot, toe points down. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, making your way into that upper body dip position. Sitting nice and tall, pull those shoulder blades back and down. You want to be intentional with your posture to start. And when you're ready, you're going to keep those elbows in, shoulders down out of the ears. If you want to add that glute bridge, looks like this. Lowering down, pushing through, squeezing those glutes up and forward. Sync the breathing. Good, 20 seconds in. And avoid those shoulders kind of pushing forward and just control down. Keep your chin in as well. You don't let that head dip forward. So chin in as you lower. That's better. And 3, 2, 1. Everybody rest. Very good. Making your way back up. Same thing, opposite leg. We'll be back to that single leg deadlift. Now we'll conclude set 1. So if you're on your right leg, now we'll be on the left. Set that toe so it's pointing straight ahead. 2, 1. Here we go. Bowing down. You're going to think about being as long as you can from the top of your head to the bottom of your foot. Good. Nice and patient here. Fantastic. Great body lines, ladies. Very good. Yep. Reset. 20 seconds through. Does help to kind of find a spot to focus on, maybe about 4 to 6 feet out in front of you on the floor. Fantastic. Maybe one more here. Controlling down, driving through that foot, standing tall. 2, 1, and rest. All right. Grab a quick drink, and we're going to loosen up those hips a little bit with some hip circles. So we'll go about 5 rotations one way. And when you're ready, about 5 rotations the other. Fantastic. And then maybe just a little overhead side stretch. Just nice and brief here, side to side. Fantastic. All right, shake out those arms. If you want to use weight, we're going to be back on your first leg. We're going to start here in 10 seconds. If I'm on my left leg, I'm going to hold my weight in the right hand, and you're going to think about keeping it just like it's the second leg there, right beside it. Standing tall, 2, 1, and here we go. Nice. Kathy, drive that back thigh just a little bit higher as you lower. That looks better. Yep. Driving, driving, driving. Good. Remembering to reset in between reps. So lifting up all that work, what we do when we're just doing like those balance exercises. This is a challenging balance exercise. We're trying to balance on one leg and bow forward. Standing tall. That's 30 seconds. Yep. There you go. Good focus. Pull that belly button in to stabilize the midline. Maybe one more. And rest. Fantastic. Make your way to those dips. Coming into position, lengthening through the spine, pulling those shoulders back. 2, 1. Here we go. Option of adding that hip bridge. Slows down the tempo just a bit. These are fairly long intervals for these dips, so make sure if you are kind of feeling like you're gonna go to failure or losing that position of the shoulders, come on down, shake it out. You can always jump back in. Beautiful. Lowering elbows in, lifting. That's 30 seconds. Feel free to either rest there or continue on. I'm just gonna come a little closer, see what y'all have going on. Nice, good extension, Jean. All right, everybody, in 3, 2, 1, there's 45. Excellent, come on up. We've got our single leg deadlift on our second leg for round 2. So if you're on your left, now you'll be on your right, weight in the left hand. Standing tall, and begin when you're ready. Yep, find that spot to focus on. Whoops. Control, control, control. And I haven't said it yet, I talk about it a lot, but just make sure that knee that you are being supported on, we don't want to have it hyperextended. So you don't want it to be locked straight, just a little play. Just feel like you have just a little bend, but you're largely focused on hinging at the hips. So I'm bowing forward, midline strong, back leg drives up. Good, that's 30 seconds. Nice, Sharon. Control, up, fantastic. Maybe one more. I feel those stabilizers working, even in the foot and ankle. Good job, rest there. Ah, wonderful. Set that weight down. Do a couple little torso rotations here. Turning the head, looking over the shoulder. Feel free to let those arms lightly tap against the torso as well. Kind of timing it with an exhale. And from there, we'll go back to that overhead reach. If you want to add the side step where I'm going to grab my wrist and pull it across. Good, couple breaths there. And then same thing other side, just little brief stretches here. And shake those arms out. All right, beautiful. 15 seconds. We'll be into our third and final round. All right, find your starting foot. Set that toe so it's straight ahead. And when you're ready, here we go. I was on that foot last. And while my preference is to hold it in the opposite hand, it's not wrong to hold it in the same side hand. I just find that it's a little bit easier to keep the hips level. I find if we also hold the hand in the same side that we're standing on that leg, our opposite hip tends to tilt out a little bit more. So you can also even be holding weights in both hands. As you progress through this and want more of a challenge, you can hold weights in both hands. That's 30 seconds, just a little bit more than. Still focusing on that posture, lifting up out of those hips before you bow forward. Lengthen from head to toe. Beautiful. Last one. Stand and switch. Woo. Follow that balance. All right, final set of dips or those overhead extensions. Sitting tall, pull those shoulders back. Ready, and begin. You want more of a challenge with your dips, you can always extend your legs out, put more of your body weight into your arms, off your legs. Here goes the train. Nice work. That's 30 seconds. Very good. Maybe one or two more. And rest. All right, come on up. Last set of single leg deadlifts. 10 seconds till we go. Always checking that your toes are pointing straight ahead when we're doing standard deadlifts. Standing tall, and here we go. Yep. Good control. We'll start to move a little bit faster after this round, so stay patient. Sometimes moving slow is harder for us than moving fast. That applies to a lot of areas in life. Sometimes we find it difficult to slow down. Lifting out of the hips, resetting, good focus. Beautiful, that's 30 seconds. Keep an eye on you all here. Great job. Nice. Yep, drive to that foot, stand tall, very nice. And 2, 1, and everybody rest. Fantastic, alrighty. We're gonna loosen up those hips before we jump into the next one. So feel free to grab a drink, and then if you wanna meet me on the floor, we're gonna do a seated figure 4 version. So just a little bit different style than what we did on our backs. You can also do it seated in a chair if you prefer, if you're there on your bench or anything. Otherwise, here, I'm gonna take my foot, cross it over the opposite knee. Helps open the chest up a little bit more, pulling those shoulders back and down, and then just walking the foot in. Good. Kind of brings you into a little pretzel there. Nice. If you want to gently rock yourself side to side through the hips. And when you're ready, walk that out. Same thing, opposite side. Cross that foot over, walk that foot in, sitting tall. All right, we have some circuits coming up next. We're gonna go 4 rounds. Either that hang power clean. We did it a couple Tuesdays ago, bringing the weight from the hips up to the shoulders. If that does not serve you well, you can always do a skier swing with weights in both hands, or like a regular kettlebell swing. From there, we're gonna go into a shoulder to overhead. So if you are doing those dumbbell hang power cleans, you can keep the same weight in your hands. We'll take it up to overhead. Go ahead and come out of that stretch. Make your way back up to your feet. And then we're gonna be doing that alternating knee to elbow like we did in the warm up. And then 40 seconds of that, and then 40 seconds of either a side step or working our like Grapevine crossover karaoke work. All right, so come on up. So we did quite a bit of hinging, warming everything up there. Let's make sure our upper body feels good to go as well. So if you are good to kind of warm up this hang power clean with me, light to moderate weights, you're gonna hold one in each hand. I'm gonna stand tall. It's a similar start to that deadlift, right? Where I'm gonna hinge forward and the weights are staying up at my thighs. So they don't ever really go below the knees. I just bow forward and stand. Now I see some of you with like some odd objects here. I caution not to do this with the odd objects. I would stick with more of a swing versus trying to bring it up to the shoulder, especially those kind of awkward water bottles I'm seeing there. Might kind of cause some little bit irritation. Jean, you could also just do a standard deadlift with the weights in each hand, okay? Or that skier swing looked a little bit like this. Belly tight, bowing forward, driving those hips, okay? From there, we'll take a short break, about 10 seconds. Set it down if you need to make any changes, then we'll bring it back up to the shoulder. So feel free to join me here. If you can strict press it, we'll go shoulder to overhead here, or adding the legs for a little dip drive. Heels down, knees out, driving up. So those are our 2 weighted movements. Then we'll set it down and finish with our knees to elbows, followed by either a side step or that crossover for the grapevine. Questions? If there are no questions, grab a little drink of water. We're gonna get started with our first round here in 20 seconds. And the hang power cleans and the swings are a little bit more dynamic on the low back. So if that doesn't feel good to anyone, just a standard deadlift or even a good morning would be the sub. All right, grab your weights. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Bowing forward, pop into the shoulders or whatever exercise you're doing as a replacement. Good. So I bow forward, drive my hips. Think about trying to like hoist the weights to your shoulder. Over and up. Good. Over and up. Weight back on the heels as you bow forward. Last one, and short rest. You can either keep holding your weights or feel to shake it out for a second. 3, 2, 1, going overhead. You can go strict press, chin in, standing tall, breathing. Anytime you need to add the leg, just a little dip and drive, sitting into those heels, pushing the knees out. Good. And 3, 2, 1, set those down. And alternating knee to elbow first, standing tall when you're ready. Good. Staying controlled and level through the hips. Trying to make contact across the body. Totally okay if you can't. We've got a full 40 seconds here. On rounds 2 and 4, I'm going to do the behind the back version. So have a little variety. Working the body, working the midline, and working that brain. Keeping it all firing. All right, less than 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rotate. I'm going to side shuffle round 1. Grapevine the next rounds. If you like the grapevine, go right to it. Depending upon your space, anywhere between 3, 5, maybe as many as 8 steps one way, and then take it the other direction. Whew, good job. That's 20 seconds. We're gonna work for 40 and then rest for 20 in between rounds. So if you want more rest, take it now. Otherwise, 10 more seconds. Very good. Good footwork. 3, 2, 1, and 20 seconds rest. All right, that's round 1. We're gonna do it 3 more times. Grab a drink. Ten seconds till we start. Hang power clean, swings, deadlifts, good mornings, standing tall, and here we go. Bowing forward, pop it to the shoulders. Engage those glutes. You extend and drive. Good. Heels back. Nice. Good. Breathe. Maybe one more. And short rest. All right, we'll take 10 seconds. You can hold on to it or set it down. And overhead happening in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Check in with your midline as well. Front of the ribs down. Squeeze the bum. Good. Nice. Some of you doing that alternating reach, that's fantastic as well. One more. And setting it down. All right, you can either stick with what we did the first time, the front of the body, or if you want to challenge a little bit more, take it behind the body. There you go, good. And look to touch the bottom side of your foot or shoe. Fantastic, 10 more seconds. Then we'll take it either into that side shuffle or I'm gonna grapevine it this time, also known as the karaoke steps. And 2, 1, here we go. Cross in front, cross behind. Kind of add the upper body as well. Get my coordination going. Sometimes better than others. What do we say? If you're messing up, just kind of laugh at yourself, let it go. 20 more seconds. If you want that longer break, take it now. Good job. Final 10 seconds. Way to keep it moving. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we'll take 20 seconds. We'll be back for set 3. Kathy, you doing okay? Okay, cool. Grab a drink if you need. You're on mute, sweetie.
In an unusual bed, so my back is just, I'm
Okay.
just taking extra time to stretch.
Yes, please do. Listen to your body. All right, everyone, 5 seconds. We'll be back for set 3. Always listen to your bodies. 2, 1, and here we go. Bowing forward, squeezing the glutes. If your back's talking to you a little bit, just take it to a regular deadlift, hinging forward and stand without that dynamic portion. There you go. Maybe one more. 2, 1, 10-second break. Getting ready for the overhead. All right, we're back to it in 2, 1, and begin. So if you want, you can go one arm then the other. If you tend to hold a little extra tension in the traps, sometimes it's better served for your body to go a single arm or one arm at a time. Nice. Elbows point forward. Bring those weights directly to overhead. 1 or 2 more. And set it down. All right, we're back to the alternating knee to elbow. I'm gonna take it in front of the body again for set 3. When you're ready. Knees nice and high, chest nice and tall. Open those shoulders as you stand tall in between. There you go, good. 20 seconds in, 20 seconds to go. Trying to feel my arms. Shoulders pull back. Trying to wake up those back muscles. All right. Getting ready for the side shuffle or grapevine in 2, 1, and here we go. I'm gonna take it back to the side shuffle. Your choice. Just move your body. Fantastic. All right, there's 20 seconds. Can rest there or continue on. We got a full 40. So set 3, we got one more round after this. If your mind and body are up for it. Woo! Fantastic. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Everybody rest. All right, good stuff. Staying loose. Final round. Starting in 10. All right, standing tall. Ready, begin. Hips and up. Nice. Chin in on that forward bow. Try not to extend the neck. Good. There you go. Nice, Sharon, looks smooth. Maybe one more. Rest if you'd like. Quick shake out, 10 seconds till we take it overhead. All right, that 10-second goes quick. And here we go. Final round of each exercise. So keep that focus. Sync the breathing. Halfway. Do that little dip drive. So the knees aren't diving in. Push them straight out. 1 or 2 more. And rest. All right. Alternating knee to elbow or behind the back. Our cross crawl movements. Nice. Whew. Hey, can also like slow it down. That's also kind of sometimes more challenging to try to pause and hold. We're halfway through. Kind of slow it down on these middle ones here. Wonderful. 10 more seconds. Feel those hamstrings fire. All right, Grapevine or that side shuffle happening. 2, 1, and take it through. Key here, just be nice and light on your feet. Smooth coordination. Very good. Something about coming to my left, it messes me up. That's our halfway point. Let's try to get everybody to, even if you just march in place, whatever you want to do to finish it out, we've got 10 seconds left. There you go, good. Almost done. And there's our time. All right. Virtual high fives. Give yourself a little round of applause. If you have anyone there with you, give them a high five. Let's grab a drink and then we'll stretch. All right, let's keep on our feet while our heart rate comes down a little bit. We're gonna do our stagger stance with a tricep side bend. So step your left forward, right foot back. You wanna tuck those ribs down and in as I reach that right arm up, lengthen through the neck and spine, bend the elbow, grab, and taking it to the side here. So hip can shift forward, squeezing the bum on the right, and then bending to the left. Breathe in as you come back to center, shift the hip each time, and gently take it to the left. A couple more. Beautiful. Shake it out. Let's go behind the back stretch in between. Interlace those fingers best you can. Extend, lift the chest. And root down into those legs, into that forward fold. If your body's okay with that, good. See if you can let that head be heavy here. Just let gravity kind of pull your head down. Little natural distraction for the neck. Still holding solid in the legs. Let's go one more breath. Relax through the head and gradually come on up. Tuck and under. All right, we gotta stretch out those triceps on the opposite side. So this time your left foot back, ribs down, reach that left arm up, lengthen through the head and neck. Grab that arm. Remember to get that little hip shift here, squeezing the bum on that trail leg and bend to the side. Very good. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Okay, one more. And release. Fantastic. If you want to grab your mats again, we're going to make it down, take our way down to the floor, a little hurdler stretch. Kind of giving some attention to the hamstrings. All right, let's go ahead and extend your left leg straight out, pull your right leg in. Sit up nice and tall out of your sit bones. If you want, you kind of move the flesh out of the way. And then we'll start with both hands reaching towards that left foot. Lowering the head down, we'll add that side stretch in a moment. If you can grab the toes, you can gently pull those toes back. Just be patient here. A nice deep inhale. On your exhale, your body wants to lean forward just a little bit more without a lot of tension. One more breath. Come out of it just a little bit and then take your right hand. We're going to reach it up and around and add that side stretch. I'm just going to reach to the side as I reach for those toes. Feel free if you want to turn the head, kind of look underneath that arm, looking up towards the ceiling or sky. Lengthening through the neck. And release. Very good. Going to bring that arm down and same thing other side. Switch legs. Sitting up tall out of those sit bones. And we'll start with the 2 arms reach. Reaching forward. Grabbing the toes as able. Bowing that head down. Gentle stretches here. Stretching is not where you want to be competitive. Using this time to just calm the body, nice deep breaths. Try to give some attention to your body. When you're ready, back out of that just a bit and take your left arm up and over. Reach for the toes, and if you're able, turn the head. Now looking under that left arm. I'll keep an eye on the clock. We'll hold about another 15 here. Good. 2 more breaths. On that next exhale, go ahead and come on out. Very good. Butterfly stretch. Pull both legs in. Soles of the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall. Invite those knees to drop down. I'm not a fan of the bouncing, but if you prefer that, you can, or just sit tall and gently bow forward. Think about lengthening through the upper body, shoulders back and down. And release there. All right, from here, I'm gonna take you down to the floor. We're gonna do a stretch to kind of open up the pec here. So we're gonna lay on our stomachs. And what I'm gonna be doing on this arm that's away from you, I'm gonna show you on this hand first. I'm gonna lay face down. On the hand that's away from you, I'm gonna kind of crawl those fingers away. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the hand about shoulder height, crawl that hand, like how far can I reach? And then I'm gonna gently roll my body towards that side, opening the chest. From here, you're gonna walk your knees up and in like you're kind of trying to lay into like a fetal position, holding those legs in, and just relax the head down and invite that chest to open. Breathing here. And keep working those legs in towards your body. Gives a little bit of a low back stretch at the same time. Just very gentle. Good. Another 10 seconds or so here. Continue to relax. And when you're ready, gradually start to straighten the legs back out. Coming back onto your stomach. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna spin around so I can see the clock. But same thing other side. You'll walk those fingers out first, crawling those fingers as far away from you as you can reach, right about shoulder height. Then gradually turn your body towards that side and tuck those knees up and in. Relax that head down. You can even take this non-working arm and kind of crawl it over your head. There you go. Keep working those legs up and in if you'd like. Another 10 seconds here. Very nice. And gradually come on out of that. Starting with the legs. Straighten those legs out. Come on back to your belly. And from here, we're going to make our way into child's position. Push through the hands, toes together, knees divide, and drop on back. Very good. Another breath or so there, and then when you come on up, we're gonna finish with inner thigh opening. So you're gonna kick one leg out to the side, and then we're gonna rock the hips back. Did a lot of lateral work today with those side shuffles. So giving some attention to those inner thighs. 3 to 5 times here, rotating forward and back. Feels good to just hold that position. You can hang out there for a moment. And then when you're ready, we'll balance ourselves out. Same thing on the opposite side. Rocking forward and rocking back. All right, once you finish there, feel free if you want to bring those legs back in, you can take it back to child's position, maybe a little different variation. You could do it's called a supinated position. You can think about you want to hold a cup of soup, palms are up, reaching those arms out, and then same idea from there, lowering back and down, and just breathing from here. All right, everyone, feel free to take as long as you'd like in that position. I'm gonna go ahead and turn us down for the day. Thanks so much for being here. Stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time.